how much of it is nature versus nurture. One would expect that this disease, which arises early in life and is highly heritable, would have been selected against quite strongly. So I think there's an opportunity to think about why these alleles were selected for. And I think there are some clues about what might have driven this.
You may get headaches and it may affect people in that regard, but people with migraine tend to have higher degrees of creativity.
Quite a few people that have speculated that perhaps there's an evolutionary benefit for having a heightened sense of sensitivity to peripheral stimuli.
There may be migraine alleles which are also COVID protective.
I'm working in the space of models. I personally don't believe that it's evolutionary advantageous to have migraine. It's just that we are not optimized for this environment. Our environment is changing rapidly and catastrophically.
There are 3 known genes for that. So a calcium channel gene, an ATPase, and a sodium channel gene. There are also quite a number of suspected genes that have a potential role. And as we get more and more data, we're starting to move those into the category of FHM-related genes as well.
Calcium channelopathies or sodium channelopathies or mitochondrialopathies or neurotransmitter defects or many other pathways.
I think some of this missing heritability or genetics that we're looking for may not be in the genetic variant. It may be in epigenetics or other places. I think there's some promise to it that might explain at least the transfer from episodic to chronic migraine, why some patients stay chronic and some get in remission.
It can be ataxia, it can be vertigo, it can look like seizure disorders, and many times it can look like what people call conversion disorder.
Effect size for pharmacogenomics is kind of many times higher than, for clinical phenotypes, right, for other things. So there is a lot of hope to predict what will happen in terms of response to drug, I think.
Yeah, we tried in our lab to see whether we could predict just simple treatment effects. So the idea was to actually cap treatment refractory patients. And we did significantly improve the area under the curve.
And those situations, very frequently, they respond to potassium or to acetazolamide or to both. The largest problem on this is that very few doctors know how to interpret that data. This is all individualized, personalized medicine, which is difficult to do statistics on.
Technology really is getting better and the prices are definitely coming down. So I think that will happen. It will be mainstream.